Congratulations, you just passed your driving test. It's time to buy your first car. Or maybe you got rich parents who, now that you are 17 years old, are willing to buy your first car for you. However, if this is the case, then this video doesn't really apply to you. This video applies to those hardworking individuals who need to buy their own car and are looking for something cheap, reliable, and most importantly, not a Vauxhall Corsa as their first car. That's where I come in. In today's video, I'll be showing you the 5 best cheap first cars that you can buy. These cars will be second hand and in pounds, as I'm from the UK. However, if you are American, these may still apply to you, and if not, let me know down below and I will make an American edition. Also guys, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads recently. It was exam season and I was really busy. Anyways, onwards with our first entry. Skoda Fabia. The Fabia is an incredibly reliable and actually kinda cool first car. Fabias have definitely been on the rise as a choice for people's first cars in recent years, and this is for good reason. Skoda used to be a shameful company not too long ago, one you'd be made fun of for driving. But yet, somehow in the last 12 or so years, Skoda have completely changed their image into a respectable car company which can even attract young people. The Fabia is a perfect first car as it is a small hatchback, with a reliable engine which is in a cheap insurance group. Little could go wrong with this car, which makes it good for teenagers who aren't able to work on cars or pay for repairs. The only main problems with the Fabia are central locking problems, which can be overlooked. However, on some models there can be cooling issues, so be careful when you purchase your car. I personally would buy at least a 2012 model, which you can get for around £1,000. However, you can get a Fabia for as little as £700. Car number 2. Volkswagen Polo. A car with a special place in my heart is the Volkswagen Polo. This was the main car I personally learned to drive in, and I must say, as a first car it is absolutely fantastic. They're cheap to buy, cheap to run, cheap to insure, and incredibly easy to drive. The clutch and the steering is light, their gearbox is pretty good, and as far as miles per gallon goes, the Polo is quite cost efficient. However, this does come with a drawback. This is common knowledge, and for that reason, many people will also have Volkswagen Polos as their first car. So if you want a unique pick, then definitely don't pick this option. Similarly to the Fabia, the main issues with the Polo are central locking issues. However, newer models do also have some other issues. I personally would recommend buying at least an 08 model, as these seem to be the most reliable and can be found for as little as £800. However, for one in good condition, I would recommend spending a little more, around £1,000. Car number 3. The Toyota Yaris. Making strides in recent years, the Yaris has definitely become the apple of many a young person's eye when it comes to a first car. Built by Toyota, it is obviously known to be bulletproof, as Toyota is a household name for reliability. The newer Yaris models are also good looking little hatchbacks. As far as I can say from my personal experience, the Yaris is also the least picked on the list so far, so if you're looking for something a little more niche in your friend group, then the Japanese have got you covered. You can find Yarises for as little as £900, but if you want a better looking newer model, you'll have to pay a heftier price of around £2,300. Alternatively though, you could pick up an older T-Sport model for around £1,000, which are incredibly fun little cars. Car number 4. The Saab 9.5. The 4th entry on this list is definitely the most unique on the list, and also probably the hardest to insure. However, if you're happy to pay a bit more for your insurance, then I'll tell you to look no further than a Saab 9.5. A piece of Swedish luxury, this Saab will not only be a comfortable first car, but a reliable one too. You can find decent condition Saabs in the UK for as little as £600.
Say what?
But if you are going to go this low, then I would recommend to be absolutely certain of what you're buying. You can also get the Saab 9.3 at a similar price. Slightly more expensive, but they are virtually the same car, so just choose whichever one styling you prefer. The 9.5 can tend to have engine leaking problems, so I consider buying one that has had those recently fixed, or has had a good service history against that. And the 9.3 mostly has minor electrical faults or excessive engine and exhaust noises, so just make sure you take that into consideration before you buy. Last but not least, car number 5, the Hyundai Coupe. I know what you're thinking right now, where is the Honda Civic? Listen, I agree that the Honda Civic is a great first car, but everyone already knows that. I'm trying to enlighten you guys that there are other options out there, and with that, we will conclude with the Hyundai Coupe. This car definitely wasn't appreciated at its time of release, which is why you can find the 2-litre model for just over £1,000, or the 2.7-litre V6 model for £1,500. However, it must be mentioned that this car will be expensive to insure, most likely the most expensive on this list, due to the fact it's a coupe with a larger engine than a 1.9-litre. The main issue with these cars is central locking issues, but if you buy one that hasn't been looked after, there can be engine manifold issues, so try your best to avoid that. The Hyundai Coupe, in my opinion, is actually a really cool little car with beautiful styling, and someone that with a little bit of time and effort and saving could be a very viable first motor for. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope that it's helped you out. If you did, make sure to consider subscribing for more videos like this and other car related content on the channel. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.